After my four-year degree at Utah State, I'd love to move to Salt Lake City, just for a couple of years. I don't want to make roots in Utah. I love Utah so much, but I'm a Texas boy. I was born and raised in Texas, and I want to get myself back there because I miss it and I love it, and I love Utah. And Utah has been home for me for so many years now, but I'd love to move to Salt Lake City for a couple of years and have a job there and gain some professional experience. I'd like to study for the GMAT during this couple of years that I live in Salt Lake City, so I can then take the GMAT and get a acceptable score, because my end goal is to get my MBA from the University of Texas. I was born in Texas and raised in Austin, and I kind of grown to love that city, and it's a great school that offers a great MBA program, and I'd love to go there to achieve that goal where I can then get a job in Texas, whether that be in Dallas or Austin or Houston. I miss Texas and it's home to me, so I'd love to move back there. And the way that I can see the the honor program really helping me is by kind of pushing me in the classroom and developing new skills and becoming smarter intelligently, and that I can meet new people who will push me to be better, and I can grow relationships with, and that will become people in the future that I can help or they can help me, and we can kind of grow together. And just with the extracurriculars that the honors program offers, and the study abroads, and the academic coaches that it offers, I think it'd be a wonderful experience for me to kind of get some guidance on what I'm doing. I have an idea of where I want to go and how I want to do it, but just the small little intricacies of creating a professional life for myself, I think would be wonderful to learn from the people that teach at the honors program, and they can help to guide me and to give me advice and things that'll help me in the future. And I really look forward to the opportunity of being in the honors program and growing and learning more about myself and more about business, and more about what I can truly contribute to the world. By far the hardest thing I've ever had to do came as I was a senior in high school. During this time, everybody's trying to figure out their future plans for college and everything, and it was during this year that I got very sick. I got something known as a pilonidal cyst, which I would highly recommend that you do not Google. It is gross, and the Google images are you'll never look at me the same, but it's something that I got, and I got very sick, and I had to get emergency surgery in order to remove it. This came just a couple months into my senior year of high school. I had to quit the tennis team. I had to stop going to school for around 7 weeks, and I was going to wound care 3 or 4 times a week, and I wasn't really able to do anything. I had a wound vac, which is pretty much a purse that sucks all the nasty stuff out of an open wound, and I couldn't really do much. I sat on the couch a lot and watched Netflix, which sounds nice, but after a while it becomes too much. And this was really hard for me. I started to kind of struggle with depression and anxiety, and even getting out of bed in the morning was difficult. And if that wasn't enough, during the same time, my dad lost his job, the job that he had had my entire life. He was fired from, or let go from, and he was sad. He was kind of looking for what to do next, and I was worried too, because I was like, okay, what do we do now? My dad doesn't have a job. How are we going to make money? How are we going to live? And that only piled on to the anxiety. And over these weeks that I was just stressed about being sick and my dad not having a job, I really learned to kind of keep a positive attitude, that nothing comes from being negative all the time and being worried, and that if we really just work towards keeping a positive attitude, we can kind of better the world around us. I had to do small and simple things to just stay happy, whether that be, not being on my phone for a couple of hours, or, taking time to fully dedicate all of my attention to my family. It was a hard time, but I'm better for it. I'm not sick anymore. I'm all better. My dad found a job quickly, and it was not as bad as probably I was perceiving it at the time, but during the time it was very hard, and I learned to just become more positive and to always work hard to keep a positive attitude and do the right thing. A lollipop moment for me came just as I was leaving for college. I was kind of, during that time where you're moving to college and you're kind of scared and you're kind of unsure of yourself. I was moving up here to Utah, and my older brother was home, and he's kind of always been an example to me and somebody I've looked up for, and he's always just been a person who radiated confidence. He always wore what he wanted, said what he wanted, and people were just kind of drawn to him, and I always admired that about him. But I never really had that. I was never the super confident person that dressed well. I was just wearing basketball shorts and a t-shirt all day, and but I always kind of wanted to be more like him. And as I was leaving for college, I think my brother kind of could sense that I was unsure of myself, and he was talking to me, and he just said 3 simple words. He was like, "Confidence is key, Spencer. Like, it doesn't really matter what you wear or how you are, as long as you're confident in yourself and what you're wearing, other people are going to like you, and other people are going to think that you look good." And those 3 simple words have really impacted my life in a way that I couldn't imagine. I've become more confident myself and just learning who I am and being confident in what I'm doing. I've never told him about this. I probably should, but for an older brother and a younger brother to be sentimental together is just kind of strange sometimes. But he really has impacted my life probably more than anybody, just from, kind of giving me brotherly advice and telling me to be confident in myself, and he's always been confident in me, and it's really helped so much, and I couldn't really thank him enough for how much he's affected my life. But yeah, the lollipop moment for me is definitely him telling me that confidence is key.